Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another install. We have some good news and some bad news for the SI. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the bad news because I want to say the good news for last. The bad news is I accidentally went through a drive-thru and it was a little too close as far as the sides go. And the install kind of relates to why this kind of happened. Obviously, at the end of the day, it was my fault for not paying too much attention to how much area I had on the sides. But what happened was, I was going through and I forgot I had installed some new spacers, as you can see by the title of this video. So I was so excited to see how they fit because I knew how to order some before from Amazon and they just didn't fit. And I was so upset that I just ended up taking them off, throwing them away, and completely leaving the project for another day and told myself, I'll get to it eventually. And once they did come in, I tried them on, made sure that they fit. I ordered one set, so it was two. I made sure that they fit on the rear, but I also wanted to make sure that they fit on the front, so I didn't order a second set and it turns out not to work for the front. But luckily it did fit for both, so I ended up putting it on each side and bam, put them on. Then that night I went to go get some food and the drive-thru, like I said, was very tight and then I hit one of the wheels, so that kind of sucks. Ugh, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like getting a curb rash on your wheel and knowing that one of the main things is that how are you gonna fix it? What are you gonna do? So today we're gonna try to take care of that problem as well. I know that there's like this little kind of like, not a hack, but there's some way to get around and just to make it look a lot better than having the little chipped wheel, you know? So just to show you guys the damage and what it looks like. Please excuse the fact that my wheels are really dirty right now, but this is the area right here. It's not terrible, it could have definitely been worse. And just a little bit going around here. So before we get anything done on the wheel, we definitely need to clean it up just a little bit, at least on the sides, just so whatever we're gonna be using, which is some paint, sticks to it. So I had this left over from an old project that I was doing, and it looks to be exactly the same color, because if we look on, where's it at? Right there. It'll zoom. There we go. So we have the satin black, which these wheels are satin black, so it works out. At the end of the day, no one wants to fix their wheel, but luckily I have this here at the shop and then we can take care of it. But we're gonna save that last. The most important part is gonna be installing the spacers on the actual car itself, which I'm super excited because I already test fitted it with the wheel and I just wanna show you guys just how good it looks. And I mean, I haven't seen it with both spacers on the front and both spacers on the rear. This is what the fitment looks on the rear. So it used to be a lot more tucked in, and what I like about this spacer is it brings it just about where I wanted it. If I stuck it out a little bit more, as you guys can see, it's kind of hard to get a good angle on it, but there we go. So literally almost like right here, because if I brought it out any more, then I would risk the tire, of course, hitting the quarter panel right here, and we do not want that because we don't want to damage it. At the same time, don't want to roll anything either. Now for the front. As you guys can see, this is way more tucked in, just to get another angle. So yeah, way more tucked in, and I really don't like that look. The one thing I also like is if you guys notice, with these side skirt extensions right here, it almost looks perfectly flush as well. If I could get a good angle, bam. So it looks super good now. Just having them on the rear, whew, it changes the look entirely. So one of the biggest reasons as to why I haven't gotten spacers for the car before is one, I was definitely doing my research, and two, I didn't want the same thing to happen to me as last time when I ordered them from Amazon. Now you might be saying, why'd you go through Amazon? Why didn't you go through another company? See, for me, I'm just like, they're spacers. I know that at the end of the day, your wheel goes there and something could happen. But also I'm like, you know, for being spacers, I don't want to pay like a premium price, being a good brand, and definitely I'm not saying anything bad about these brands at all. All I'm saying is I want to find a budget-friendly alternative just so you guys can get your wheel fitment to look a lot better. So I ended up spending $80 for both, after everything, $85 if you want to round it up. $85 for both sets, front and rear, 20mm spacers. And I did the research so you guys don't have to. Only time will tell how they hold up, but enough talking, let's get these things installed. So we got the car jacked up. Now we just need to go ahead and take off these lug nuts. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the spacers on. Actually, you know what? I haven't even shown them to you guys. Okay, here they are. Here they are right here. So the company that makes them is actually called like ECCP. Bam, there we go. So here they are. In my opinion, they look really good quality. They definitely feel sturdy. Doesn't feel like anything's cheaply made on here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these on, and you guys are gonna see just how big of a difference wheel spacers make the car look. Now, just a quick little tip for you. You guys probably already know this, but whenever you guys are doing anything related to the wheels, just make sure you tighten your lug nuts. Because I've seen it before where, let's just say stuff happens and tires have come off. I've just heard about it. And I've seen it before, and it's never fun to run into that issue. So always be safe and make sure everything is tightened down. This part is going to be pretty straightforward as well. Just remove the lug nuts that it comes with already. And these are going to be used on your old stuff. These are going to actually replace your old studs. You're going to mount the wheel on here. I'm going to line it up, and as you can see, there's a little bit of play, but it's only the space between your old stud and, of course, the space that you're going to put the lugs in. But as far as the circle goes, right in the middle fits up perfectly. So all we're going to do, tighten these up real quick. Not all the way just yet. Okay, and if you want to be extra safe, you can always just use a tool to tighten it by hand. Now all we have to do is just put the wheel back and we should be all set. We can see just how good this fitment is going to look. Okay. This looks so much better, guys. This is exactly what I was going for. Oh my goodness. It looks... Oh, dang. It looks so flush. It just makes the whole car look so much better. Let me show you guys just how different it is. I'm going from this to this. Woo! Oh, guys, the fitment is so much better now. Now that I have the front and the rears together, ugh, I can't even. Guys, let's just knock out the other side and just get a whole view of what this car is gonna look like. And guys, we are back. Look at this fitment. Oh, damn, this thing looks like a beast now. Both sides are looking so good. Let's fix our little wheel issue. So let me get a towel just so we can wipe down the wheel and then go ahead and get started on giving it a little bit of a touch-up paint. Spray some simple green on this rag real quick. just so it gets rid of all the nastiness in there. By no means is this a permanent solution, but it's one of those like quick fixes that you do just so your wheel doesn't look all curb rash. And what we're simply gonna do, grab our can right here. Gonna go ahead and grab yourself a cup. We're gonna use that almost as a paint solution. So I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying it. The towel is just there so it doesn't get any overspray or anything. You can see in the cup we do have some liquid, and I just grabbed a piece of the sponge that I found, cut a little piece of it. What we're basically gonna do is just dab it a little bit in there. Make sure it picks up that paint. Dab it. There we go. Okay. Looks like we got it all taken care of. Leave that in there. You can kind of see the spots where I touched up with the paint. It definitely looks a lot better than having just curb rash all around. Gonna go ahead and let that dry for a little bit. While I'm letting the wheel just finish up and drying the little spots that I touched up, I just wanted to say that the other day I went ahead and did a poll on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to ask you guys exactly what you guys would like to see, because it's a little bit hard doing installs all the time. I love them, of course, everyone wants to see something new in the car, but sometimes I just don't always have one. With that being said, installs, since I don't have them all the time, I can't upload all the time. But I'm like, how can I go ahead, stay connected with you guys, and just experience the whole journey of the SI, whether it's a hiccup, it's a little thing here and there. And I think one of the best ways is going to be either a vlog or just a little bit of POV driving here and there, and of course races. I definitely enjoyed the last video we did. You guys saw the video. I did get take out B's by the 370Z, but this is just the beginning. My SI right now, it doesn't have a crazy amount of power mods. It has the intercooler, the intake, a tune, which I wanted to touch on that in a little bit. And that's really it when it comes to the power mods on the car. So we definitely have a long way to go as far as the SI. And we're definitely going to go for more power in the future. Now, going back to what I was talking about, the tune. So, I was interested because I also got a comment from you guys saying that TSP released a new tune for the vehicle. That's kind of like a little bit of an upgrade from their last tune that they did for the TSP Stage 1. So it's like a Stage 1 Plus. And I was looking into it and I saw it and I kind of liked it, but there was always that issue of with more power and more torque, there's always going to be the risk of getting the clutch. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to go ahead and replace the clutch just yet because I want to do a couple things before, and obviously a clutch is not the cheapest model. But then I also saw that Variable just released their 1.5R, I believe is what it's called. So I was interested in that one. So I want you guys to let me know down below if you guys would be interested in me going ahead and doing a Variable one. Kind of leaning towards Variable. The only reason why is because I already have it. I can pay a little bit extra, upgrade it, and it'd be a really, you know, it'd be interesting to see just how better it is. TSP, I've always seen people just be like, Variable safer, and safer is my way to go. So just to end that little rant that I was talking about, basically I want to get more videos for you guys. So if I don't always have an install, I hope you guys enjoy the vlogs that are coming up, the pulls that we're going to be doing with other cars, and of course just interesting content all around the SI. And who knows, maybe down the road even another build. So just came back to look at the wheel and see how it's turning out, and it looks way better. I know on camera you can still kind of see it, but in the sunlight it should be not as noticeable, maybe just a little bit. Originally I was planning on doing a little bit of a drive and just making sure everything's cool, but it got super dark outside, and I know you guys don't want to see content at night because it just doesn't look the best. So what I'll do is I'll do one more quick walk around inside. This is the fitment that we got going on with the 20mm spacers. Looks absolutely killer. Awesome. So much better. Got the rears, the fronts. Whew. I got a video coming soon that's going to be revolving around tune review and something that maybe a lot of you guys can try out, and it's definitely going to be something very helpful. It's going to be related to the interior of the car, so that's coming really soon. I think the package is going to be arriving either today or tomorrow, so I'll try to get that out very quickly. And like I said, we're just going to try to keep it more consistent on the channel so I can stay connected with you guys. And until the next one, guys, peace.